So this is a left ear. You have an outer ear, you have a middle ear, and you have an inner ear. The outer ear, usually called, begins with what you see outside. This is still part of the outer ear. So this is either the auricle, A-U-R-I-C-L-E, or pinna, P-I-N-N-A. And this is the external auditory meatus, right? Kind of like where you put your Q-tip, you know, when you're cleaning your ears. And then right here is the tympanic membrane, okay? So this tympanic membrane is what vibrates. That's the mechanoreceptor, right? You're going to, it vibrates, and this is what's going to send a message to the mechanoreceptor, okay? This is the tympanic ring, which goes around it. The tympanic membrane, or eardrum, is connected to three bones, and they're known as ossicles. They're extremely small. In fact, this is what they look like, and they have three things. You have the malleus, incus, and stapes, okay? So, we blow it up really big, okay? This is the malleus. Malleus means a hammer. When you maul someone, you hit them over the head. So this is the malleus, and this is connected to the eardrum, okay, like that. There it is right there. There's the malleus right there. The malleus is connected to the incus. The incus is the middle part. I try to remember MIS, M-I-S, in the correct order. Malleus, incus, and this is stapes. See, it looks like a stirrup for horseback riding. That's the stapes, and that's connected to the vestibule, to the oval window. Okay, stapes is connected to the oval window. Malleus is connected to the tympanic membrane. Okay, so that's what you're going to see. This once you have sound go through here, it vibrates this, and then all these bones vibrate, these three ossicles, and then here's the stapes. Now, the ossicles are part of the middle ear. And then here's the stapes, the last one, and it's connected to the oval window right here. See, this looks like a snail. This is the inner ear now, okay? This is the cochlea here, and this is the vestibule. The stapes is connected to the oval window. This is the round window, okay? These are the semicircular canals. Back here, you have a nerve, a cranial nerve. The cranial nerve for hearing and balance is cranial nerve number 8. Remember I was saying like A, vestibulocochlear. The vestibulo comes from the vestibule. So this is the vestibular branch. This is the cochlear branch because it goes from the cochlea. And together they make the vestibulocochlear nerve, which is the cranial nerve number 8. Okay? We can see it a lot better on here. So again, this is the inner ear. These are the semicircular canals. Okay? This is the vestibule, and you can see the oval window looks oval and the round window looks round. This is nothing, that's just where the hole is to put the model on the base, okay? This is the cochlea right here, and so this would be the cochlear nerve coming out, or the cochlear branch, which will connect to the vestibular branch. It'll become the vestibulocochlear nerve, cranial nerve number 8. So when you look at the cochlea here, it's got a whole bunch of things. Did you go over this in lecture? So this is the cochlea right here. And I'll go over that on another one over there in a second. When you look here, when you have the cochlea down below, this bump here is S-U-S-A, SUSA. Okay? Vestibule here, the vestibule is like a hallway. S for saccule, it's got a macula inside. Okay, that's for linear acceleration. U for utricle, it's got macula inside for linear acceleration. Semicircular canals, and then A, you see that little like swollen part, is the ampulla, and that's where the crista ampullaris is. Okay? Now, crista ampullaris, I'm just going to show you over here. Ampulla has the crista ampullaris, and I remember that the A, I draw it like this, and it reminds me that it deals with circular rotation and acceleration. Okay, good stuff. So, go. So this is the inner ear, this is the cochlea, and this is the cochlear branch right there. Go to the right. And what they do is they open up the model, and now you can see a bunch of rings in the cochlea. Go to the right. Okay. So this is what one ring looks like. The top one is the scala vestibuli, the middle one is scala media, and the bottom one is scala tympani. In here in the middle where the scala media is the organ of Corti. That is basically where you have mechanoreceptors so that you're going to send messages to the auditory part of your cerebrum. Okay? So here you have spiral ganglion, and then this is the cochlear branch, and then it's going to join the vestibular branch, and it'll become the cranial nerve number 8. Okay. In the spiral organ, right up to the top of it, right here, this is the spiral organ of Corti. This is the tectorial membrane. Down here, this is the basilar membrane. Think of the base as the bottom, right here. Okay? So you have supporting cells, which are holding things in place, and then these are your hair cells, and then you have little hairs coming up. So when you hear something like you are now, there's liquid in here, and there are waves, and then it's causing this thing to bounce down. It hits the hair cells, and then as they get hit down, they send a message down here to the cranial nerve number 8. So go to the right. So this again is this is what you're going to. So you have there's the spiral ganglion that's on the other side now, and then here you have the cochlear branch of the cranial nerve number 8. Scala vestibuli, scala tympani, scala media. Some people call it cochlear duct, but just stick with scala. This is scala vestibuli. This is the vestibular membrane. This is the basilar membrane. This is the tectorial membrane. So here you have the spiral organ of Corti. You have hair cells right here. These are cilia right there. Those are the ones that go down. And when the tectorial membrane goes down on it, there are supporting cells right here. This is the basilar membrane. And then when the hair cells or the cilia are activated, then a message goes through the nerves down to cranial nerve number 8. Go to the right. Good, stop.